We've confirmed that the network core units known as Adam and Eve have been destroyed. The enemy's chain of command has been thrown into complete chaos. As such, humanity has chosen to seize this opportunity and launch an all-out attack against the machine forces. Of course, the forces of Yorha will participate in this endeavor. Remember your pain. The pain of having your homeland stolen. We will never give up our struggle. We will take back the seas, the skies, the land. We will take back our world from the scourge of the machines. We will not fail in this mission. Here and now, we will put an end to this goddamn war. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Hey everyone, glory to mankind. We are now firmly in new territory here at the start of Route C, which continues from the ends of Routes A and B. And what we're about to get into is an all-out assault, since Adam and Eve's deaths have supposedly left the machines in a state of disarray. Welcome to the real Nier Automata. We are out of the prologue.
Proceed to follow pre-programmed instructions and...
Before I could convince myself to tell 2B the truth, our final major operation had begun. Still, at the time, I knew nothing. Not how the battle would end, nor what fate stood in wait for us.
And those are your orders. Do you understand?
The scanners are going to hack into the enemy's anti-air system and shut it down in advance of an all-out assault, right?
That's right. Good job, 9S.
Why are you talking to me like I'm a child?
What? That must be your imagination.
That delivery is so damn good.
Look for machines that are receiving signals from the anti-air system. They should be located in elevated areas with good signal reception. I've forwarded the general positions of the machine lifeforms you need to hack.
Roger.
I'll get back to why that delivery is one of the best lines in the fucking game in a second, but for now we have some hacking to do.
Please refrain from destroying the target.
That's just instructions that if we destroy this hacking target, it's going to be replaced by someone else.
Killing the target. Got it.
I see your hacking was successful. Way to go!
You're totally treating me like a kid.
Now move on to the next one.
Fine.
There's a lot of hints at very subtle emotions in 9S's voice in that one bit of dialogue that I was talking about. That delivery when 210's talking down to him at first is so wonderful. And I don't talk enough about this game's voice acting, but you get his disappointment, there's exhaustion in his voice, you can hear his disillusionment coming through, there's the just general confusion about why he's being talked to like this, and you also get something harder to pin down, like the sense that he's kind of sneering.
Defensive system operation confirmed to be declining.
Almost there.
He's kind of sneering at this idea of being talked down to, especially when he is maybe under the impression that he has some important information that 210 doesn't have. So it's almost like he's saying, how dare you talk to me like that? Like, I know more than you at this point. So there's this subtle sense of indignation, too. Like, you see what I mean? There's so much packed into just that one little bit of delivery. I adore that, man.
Looks like it's going well down there. Every scanner in the force is involved in this operation. So let's try not to fall behind.
Yeah.
And it could just be such a throwaway line, too. Like, all it really has to do functionally is express a little bit of confusion. Like, put him in the player's shoes.
What is it?
Make sure to do whatever is necessary to avoid combat.
And how will I provide support to the squad if I don't fight?
Scanner units such as yourself are not designed for battle.
Aw, are you worried about me?
No, I'm merely pointing out that you would be a liability on the battlefield.
Wow, that's harsh.
9S and his voice actor kills this role. Also, we are using this tiny biped to daisy chain hack our way into this one, because we can't just go into this one directly as 9S. So that's what we're doing now. God, oh man, Nier Automata is so fucking wonderful. In so many ways. Now we're gonna self-destruct to relinquish
11S to
control.
9S, come in.
9S here, go ahead.
I'm just about wrapped up here. How about you?
Just one left, I think.
Roger. Be sure to head back to the bunker when you're done so you can sync your data.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Until your combat data is uploaded, none of the scanner models can run updates.
Okay, I'll take care of it as soon as I'm done here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and you can tell how distracted he's become by this revelation. It's shaken his entire worldview. So I did mention that we're going to be getting yet another new perspective in Route C, but not just yet.
The target is thought to be in a high location.
Yep, got it. We already found him on the roof. Cool briefing that we got. The opening to this playthrough is going to spend some time switching between 9S and 2B.
Roger. Whew. That looks like everything.
Proposal. Unit 9S should rendezvous with Unit 2B before the combat situation worsens.
Sounds like a plan.
Right, so remember when we left
Let me
9S,
just mark the point on the map. And there.
he had just discovered the truth about humanity. He was infected by the logic virus in the fight with Eve, and strangled by 2B before waking up in a new body with his most recent memory backup. Over here, before we climb up, we're going to hack this chest because this contains some old world information. Specifically a speeding ticket, which sounds innocuous, but it's issued by Officer Kenichi Sato, and who's the other guy? Yosuke Saito. In 2013, in a region of Tokyo consistent with where the original Nier took place. And Sato is Platinum's president. Yosuke Saito is the producer from Square, who worked on this game too. Boom! Easter egg that also fleshes the lore out a small amount. Is this game the fucking best?
The operation will begin at a point southwest of the city ruins. Use your flight unit to travel there and meet up with 9S. Will do. We've repaired and reinstalled the weapons damaged in the fight against Eve. Be careful, okay? The mission will be in full swing by the time you get there. I will. And thanks.
The Council of Humanity has a message for all of our brave androids fighting on the surface. Our elite Yorha forces, the pride of humanity, have defeated 2 enemy network units known as Adam and Eve. This victory is a giant leap forward in our quest to reclaim Earth. The moon rings out with the cheers of the entire human race. We look forward to your continued combat exploits. Glory to mankind.
So that's really interesting. And first off, I like that we get that broadcast while we're playing as 2B. That we at least hear that during her flight section here. I'm sure it's broadcast to all the Yorha androids, but I like that we get it while we're playing as 2B. As opposed to 9S, because 9S is in the know about humanity now. The thing I find super interesting about that is that they aren't just using generic messages broadcast from the moon when they set that server up. They're actually keeping that up to date with really specific information, like with respect to Adam and Eve. The last couple of messages we got from the Council of Humanity, that server on the moon, were all like generic, yeah, fight on for the glory of mankind, blah blah blah, propaganda messages. That's specific. I just find that really interesting. We gotta top up real quick before we make our landing.
What's our status?
The operation is underway, and a few squads have already engaged the enemy. Our orders are to function as a kind of guerrilla unit that provides support as necessary. I forwarded our squad's current positions to your map.
This is Unit 7B with Vanguard Squadron Delta. We're currently pinned down by a number of machines that appear to have lost their mind.
This is Unit 2B. We're heading over now to provide support.
Roger, 2B. Much appreciated.
So no, we don't want that yet. Actually, what we want to do is we have to first re-equip all of our pod programs. I'm just gonna go laser across the board. I have another set of plug-in ships. Route C's start can be a real shock to the system, because the enemies in this section are all very high level relative to you. And there's a good chance that you are gonna be very underleveled by design when you get here. There's a chance that you've done something to break the game and put yourself on par with them. But if you're just playing normally and you're not abusing like the XP chips and you haven't done every single side quest, oh, it can get rough. The curve drops off a little bit after this, but it is a harsh, relentless beginning to this. It's a real kick in the teeth if you've been sleepwalking through the game previously. It's fitting, because, like, this is the setting. This is an all-out war. This is supposed to be serious mode.
Thanks for the assist.
We're heading out to support the next squad.
Understood. We'll join you there and lend a hand.
All right.
This is 3B, Captain of Theta Squadron. The enemy machines are multiplying in front of us. We can't hold this position.
And you saw before, we can keep the other android squads alive. It's not easy to do, especially as you go forward, but it's possible. You can see they're super underleveled, even compared to us, like the level 20s. They do serve a function, though. They don't add much damage to the fight. They do occasionally draw fire away from you, though, and that's really, really handy, because this gets so chaotic. Well, we have to watch for those volleys. We also have to watch for this thing doing the shockwave, the ground shockwave. Then we can just clear these out. I'll be shocked if this squad survives. In the meantime, we get more of the awesome battle suits that we've only just now seen from Yorha. They have almost like a steampunk aesthetic to them. I think you get a better look at what I'm talking about with this steampunk stuff maybe a little bit later when we see it from the side better and 2B takes the helmet off. It's got some like gas canister on the back and some piping. But 2B with the armor and no helmet is such a fantastic design. Wish you could use him more often throughout the game. We're gonna re-up our attack up and a range attack up. Really handy to have some of that stuff stockpiled for these fights. Because you see, not only is he way, way ahead of us, and we have done a decent amount of side questing, but no grinding with some XP plug-in ships. They're just designed to be that much ahead of you. He's not only level 60, which puts him way ahead, he's also got this black and red coat of paint, which indicates he is an enhanced version of one of these Goliath bipeds that we've seen before. So he's even tougher than a normal level 60 would be. I trailed off on my thought, though. I wish we could see the battle costumes, the battle armor, more often throughout the game. Because it's so cool looking. There's Theta Squad down.
Damn it, took too long.
Yeah, they were not long for this world, especially with all the AoEs, the projectiles.
Head to another area and provide support.
We will not be doing that. We're gonna finish this thing first.
Can't see a thing.
Alert. Detecting an unusually high number of hostile machine life forms.
Why are they going nuts like this? I thought Eve's network was destroyed.
All we can do is fight.
You do get the costume, though, at the end of Route C. I think you get it for the chapter select. You unlock it. You get both the helmeted version and the helmetless version for 2B. You know, I've never spent much time paying attention to this song. For Weight of the World, the Route B credit song, I put the translated lyrics in the description. I think I'm going to do the same for this one. The OST has to be available for purchase by now. I need to get that.
Captain of Vanguard Squadron Alpha. We're being worn down by a fierce enemy attack.
This is Guerrilla Unit 2B. We're on our way.
Roger, and thanks.
This is the tough part. This is just straight up pure hell. Chaos. Just bipeds spamming plasma all over the place. Fuck, look at this. This, as long as we get through this, we're okay. But look how much hell just individual projectiles will shave off when the level disparity is this high. And it's so easy to get caught by little strike things. You have the medium biped spamming lasers and adding even more balls of plasma. This minefield. Fuck, it's chaos. Alpha Squad did not do a good job either. They didn't even draw fire that well.
They're gone.
We should head to another area and provide support.
We just have to hit and run and whittle them down. Oh, god damn it. Again, as long as we get through this, we're through the worst of it. But, Jesus Christ. Ah, laser. Try to rely on the battle heal chip, the one that restores a chunk of the damage dealt as health. But, it's not looking super sufficient. Yeah, no. We're not relying on that anymore. It's a poor plan. Speaking of useful plug-in chips, though, you've been noticing this. It's that overclock chip that I was talking about in the Route A playthrough. Finally got around to installing that. Finally found one to install. It's the one that gives you the Bayonetta witch time on your dodges. And again, there is another chip that gives you Raiden's parry from Revengeance 2, so just all the platinum mechanics rolled into plug-in chips. God, is there a dodge offset chip? I think there might be. Okay, we're getting there. We have so few of them left that I think we're okay now. Like, we're through the worst of it. Holy shit. This sequence, though. Maybe not. That's scary. It's scary how quick they can just burst you down. There are some, what are they called? It's like anti-chain damage or something? Plug-in chips? Which grant you invulnerability after you take a hit. So basically just iframes for a little while. Some of them go up to like 2 seconds at a time.
2B, we've set got Attack Squadron Omega surrounded and are giving them one hell of a fight. Can you get over there and provide support ASAP?
We're on.
This is tougher than I thought it would be.
We need to hurry.
Okay, we're out of the woods now. There's one more hairy sequence coming up here, but nowhere near as bad.
We're in position to provide support for Attack Squadron Omega.
Are we ever glad to see you? They came out of nowhere. We were fighting for our damn lives.
I love how all of a sudden the intensity just ramps up. Especially for the intro point to Route C. It's real good. Stressful, but real good. Plus, I forgot how goddamn wonderful it feels to be playing as 2B again. Had that long stretch of Route C. Route B playing as 9S. Whose combat mechanics are not as good feeling. Nowhere close. Just like, look at that. It's so good. Took 2B for granted for a little bit towards the end of Route A.
Are you okay?
Let my guard down. EMP hit me point blank. I gotta reboot.
I'll provide backup.
And just like that, we're already back to 9S. These things, now that you see the EMP, like that, when it flashes red, you have maybe a second and a half to get out of the field before it glows yellow and the pulse comes. They can do a lot of damage to you through that EMP pulse. I'm not even talking about shaving hit points off. I'm talking about disabling your evade, your hacking, your ability to jump, stuff like that. Getting caught by one EMP will just wreak havoc on you. It'll cause a domino effect. Like they EMP you once, you get caught by just the one. And say it takes your evade out, your dash. That makes it way easier to get caught by follow-up EMPs. So it just becomes this cascading failures, and you're totally vulnerable. That's what still makes this really stressful. But as long as you avoid the very first EMP, like as long as you never let that first one happen, you just have to grind it out. And this is a frankly obnoxious amount of hacking that you have to do to get through this sequence, like 10 minutes worth. So we're gonna see if we can maybe save a couple of minutes and skip forward. Because it's just this over and over and over and over again. I think you're the only one left. Yeah, plus it's at low health, so I'm just gonna finish him off. Whoa, hold on. Yeah, it's not a lot of time. You have to react to that pulse. We're just gonna finish you off the old-fashioned way.
You okay? Is this a wide area virus? To me! This viral attack. The EM.
We have to hack into them one by one to deal with this logic virus. Doesn't it give you like this sick feeling in the pit of your stomach seeing them like this? This is actually taking a little longer than expected. Normally the cutscene starts up sooner than this.
2B, you okay?
The hell?
They've been infected and taken over.
No. What? Attack functions aren't working.
That's because of their Yorha IDs. 2B, I need to hack into you and fry your identification circuits.
Do it.
So we have to hack 2B to allow her to target her allies, basically. Her allies who have been turned against her. Also, there's something that you can probably read into this of 9S's desires that we found out about during Route B, and 9S being inside of 2B, literally.
To command.
Alert. All communications are currently being jammed.
God damn it.
2B, I located the unit that's jamming our comms.
Got it.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
So instead of sticking around here, we are going to blitz our way back to the crater where the jamming signal's coming from. Because these corrupted Yorha units will just keep spawning infinitely. I think they might give a small amount of XP, so if you want, you could try to grind a couple of levels out of them. But they'll eventually just wear you down.
The jamming is coming from that thing.
So we have one more. This one's not even level 60, like the last one. We have one more Goliath biped, an enhanced one, swarmed by more of the Yorha androids. We're going to do our best to avoid them because it doesn't really get us anywhere to fight them. We really just have to rush this thing down as hard as we can. Holy shit. This is not great. Takes a little bit longer for him to get the EMP out, but you see the radius is... Oh, that's the best. The radius is a lot larger, and he just did it twice back to back. If not for that witch time evade, that could have gone so poorly. Getting that perfect dodge at that exact moment, like the fact that there was one of the Yorhas around attacking me to trigger that is so lucky. Because you kind of have to react to that immediately. That is such a dire threat. Shutting down any of your core systems or mechanics in the middle of this fucking clusterfuck. Oh, I think there's one effect that shuts down your item usage. I believe it targets the one of the last actions you took.
That should take care of the jam.
Pod, send an emergency distress signal to command. Pod!
Alert. Connection lost. Unable to reach command.
Damn it! They're still jamming us?
Signal reception is clear. Connection lost due to server-side authentication failure. No responses coming from command on any channel.
Shit, what happened to the bunker? I can't keep doing this forever.
2B, I have an idea. It's possible to access the bunker through a backdoor in the system. I can use that to initiate an emergency upload of our personal log data. Then we set our black boxes to self-destruct and take them all out at once.
Sounds good.
Data upload 30% complete. 50% complete. We just hit 70%.
Are you done yet?
Almost. We're at 92%. 2B, your black box.
Yeah, we're using the back door, that thing that you could totally overlook from the Route B playthrough. That small little detail's already paying off. Man, Nier is the best.
Log data upload complete.
We have to report back to command.
So we're now out of the intro to Route C. That's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.